Right, here's the site. Unfortunately, I got it in the wrong place. So I've made a slight error, but I think the organisers have made a bigger error. Yes, because if we go and look at the entertainment area here, where you're camping and entertainment area, one of the things I like to do on my assessments is I like to look for when places flood, the flood map, because it's very good at showing up where springs ooze out of the ground. Because back in the old days, they would have concentrated on where fresh water was coming out of the ground instead of the rivers, because everybody was dumping their sewerage straight into the river. So if we look at the camping and entertainment area, and I take this off, oh, look, it floods right in the centre of the field at its lowest point. And where is the road coming into the site? Oh, wood. Where's the road coming into the site? It's coming in right there. So when you're all driving in and you're slipping and sliding around because it's a bit muddy, this is the reason why it's a bit muddy. So I might have made an error, but I think the organisers have made a bigger one. Right, let's have a look at the site. I'll put that back on. Here we go. So yeah, we're nowhere near the Roman road, unfortunately. That's up here. This field probably is closest to it. Now, where's the Saxon? Here's the Saxon boundary here. So field 14 is closest to the Saxon boundary, and it's got river on one side and the Saxon boundary, which this is a sort of general area thing here. So it's probably following this hedge line in reality. So yeah, it's an interesting place. Now the thing is, with my LiDAR that I make personally, it can see, well, I don't make it, I'm not flying the plane at 10,000 feet. It can see through the trees. So something I spotted down here, which is rather interesting, in the trees there, next to 13, 12 and 11, is a very interesting area. I'll take that off. There's loads of springs welling up and stuff in this area, which is good. And then I'll put on, let's see now, I'll put on the slope. I'll drag that up. There we go. So you look at that in there. That in there is a enclosure boundary of some description, and it's closest to this field. There's also, I don't know if this is all under the trees here, so it looks like there's medieval field systems in all these trees. So this could be very interesting. See how sharp that edge is? Look at it here where it's been ploughed. Look, it's hardly noticeable. So what I will do over time is I will gradually go through this map, and I'll look up sources for stuff that's been found, and all sorts of archaeological, there's a big house up here. There's a big house. Oh, wrong one. Where are we? Big maps. That one. It's a big posh house, with formal gardens, and some of the fields are quite close to it. So I'll look up. They must have been having, these posh people, they would have to get planning permission. So there could be an ancient map for this house. Because a lot of these houses, they employed special cartographers to draw up proper maps. These maps can go into the 1700s. This is well before there was any kind of national map system. So this house might have had an actual map drawn up back in the 1700s. So I'm going to go and look at planning permissions for this posh house to see if they've done any alterations where they had to have planning permission. Because what they'll do is they'll the archaeologist will draw up this kind of document called an archaeological evaluation, and it will show where the ancient map that probably would have covered all this land at one point. It might show up things that we can't really see on the sort of maps that we can download from various sites. So we might be able to find a really epic map for this location. Right, so this is just a quick look of what's there, and I'll get back to you.